I am the one who saw you when no one was looking, the breath in your lungs, the light that found you in the narrow corridor when your hope flickered like a match in the wind, and I am speaking to you now because the hour has ripened like fruit, because your name has been spoken in rooms you have never entered, because a door that looked like a wall yesterday is sighing open tonight. Do not be afraid of how fast this unfolds. Do not question whether you are worthy of such sudden beauty. I have walked you through winters that tried to erase your footprints, and I have counted the quiet choices you made when it was easier to hide. I tell you the truth, none of it was wasted. I gathered each tear and planted it in ground you could not see. Now it rises. You have wondered why the delays multiplied like mirrors, why every time you reached for the handle moved, why relief felt like a rumor. Hear me, the delay did not mean denial, it meant design. I needed to set the stage in the hearts of people you have never met, to align the hidden hinges of favor, to soften a stubborn will, to awaken a sleeping courier of blessing who would carry your file into a room where deals are made and destinies are weighed. A name with great weight has touched your story. You call him a billionaire, but I call him a man with a breath that I lend minute by minute, a man I can turn as easily as I turn a river. He thinks he stumbled upon you. He thinks this moment is his idea. Yet I whispered, and he felt a pull. I nudged, and he saw your light. He believes he is choosing you. But first I chose you, and I chose him to choose you. Do not tremble. I am the scriptwriter of surprises that look like accidents. You say, Lord, why me? Because I watched you honor small things. Because when you were not applauded, you steadied your hands. Because you did not betray your heart to the cheapness of cynicism even when betrayal brushed your door. Because you learned to sit with me in rooms that mocked silence, and in that silence I fitted you with a new name no slander can touch. You are not a mistake that luck corrects, you are a masterpiece time is learning to read. When the call comes, do not shrink to fit the size of someone else's memory about you. They remember your beginning, I see your completion. Lift your chin. I have signed this season with my initials, listen carefully. Archangel Michael stands beside you like a pillar of polished fire. He has measured the intentions that circle your life, and he speaks in my authority, guard the gates. Not all applause is allegiance, not all smiles are shelter. The one approaching has power, but power is not purity. Yet I have bent his attention toward you with a purpose that favors you. Your task is to keep your heart true while your hands receive. You will be tested more by abundance than by lack. Because lack taught you to pray, but abundance must teach you to listen. Michael has already scattered the whispers that hope to push you out of your own promise. He has watched a familiar face weigh the cost of envying you. He has stood at the mouth of your street and the threshold of your dreams, and he has flashed a sword no human eye can diagram. Breathe. You are defended, You have 20 seconds in the spirit to answer me with your posture, not your panic. By posture I mean this: will you treat you as I treat you, or as fear has trained you? Will you step forward or offer your destiny an apology? This countdown is not a trap, it is a window. I am not rushing you to break you. I am compressing time so the old narratives cannot catch you. I am rescuing you from explanations that would talk you out of your own blessing. The reason you will blush is not shame, it is recognition. You will blush when you hear why this person wants only you, because the details will echo prayers you thought were lost, lines you whispered to me in the tired middle of the night, preferences you never posted, boundaries you never thought anyone would honor. The reason will fit your calling like skin fits bone. I know what tries to argue with you right now. It says, "Be careful, it's too good," and you think that voice is wisdom. But sometimes doubt dresses in wisdom's clothes. My wisdom does not shrink you, it shapes you. My wisdom does not paralyze you, it preserves you. So receive my wisdom. You will not sell your birthright for approval. You will not agree to what dims you. You will not be rushed into speaking before you have listened. You will carry peace like a lit lantern into every room, and if a room tries to blow it out, you will not stay long. Michael will remind you quietly, no deal is worth losing your dawn. Do not ignore that nudge. It is me. There is a reason this favor looks like a person. I will often wrap my answers in flesh and walk them to your door, so that love can be practiced, not merely pronounced. Even so, do not worship the wrapper. Receive with gratitude, but anchor your awe in me. I am the source, everything else is a stream. If one stream dries, I open a spring under your feet. But hear the seriousness. The enemy wanted to counterfeit this moment to trap you with glitter that turns to grit. He planned an imitation voice, a hurried signature, a whispered secret in a corridor designed to isolate you. Michael disrupted the corridor, and I confused their timing. I turned a date into a detour and a scheme into a seed for your testimony. What the adversary designed to wound you has become your window. Remember how long you felt unseen. I saw every unnoticed kindness you offered, the way you held your tongue when you could have cut with it. The extra patience you gave that cost you sleep. I will repay you in currencies you can spend and in currencies the earth cannot measure, usefulness that satisfies, peace that fills the rooms of your mind, connections that clarify your path, yes, provision that meets your needs and then looks for someone else to bless through your hands. Do not hoard what I give you. Let generosity be your accent. The quickest way to lose yourself in a new level is to pretend you arrived there alone. You will not pretend. You will remember. Your remembering will multiply your protection. The reason this person wants you and only you is simple and yet sacred. There is a tone in your voice that calms storms. An integrity in your choices that makes long-term possible, a steadiness in your step that partners with vision instead of flirting with it. He has seen talent, I have showed him trust. He has bought expertise, I have let him glimpse excellence that cannot be purchased because it is a fruit of character. He has tasted ambition, I am letting him witness assignment. Many can do the task, you can carry the purpose. The difference is subtle until it is not. When contracts feel like lifeboats and invitations feel like life sentences, you will ask me, and I will answer. I will teach you to discern between attention and alignment. Your yes will be clean, you will blush because I will let him articulate the very honor you have craved without knowing how to name it. He will say, I do not want to change you, I want to champion you, and those words will feel like rain after a drought. But measure words, not only by their beauty but by their behavior over time. I will give you a listening that hears tomorrow inside today. If action wanders from promise, you will not explain it away, you will adjust your steps without drama or delay. My favor does not require frenzy. Let your pace be proof that you trust me. Even in acceleration, keep your inner speed steady. That steadiness will make room for miracles that noise would miss. I am setting a table for you in full view of assumptions that once tried to define you. Let them watch. Their watching is not your weight to carry. Your only assignment is to eat what I place before you with humility and joy, and to invite me to bless every bite. You will not apologize for being fed after seasons of fasting. Gratitude is not guilt. Gratitude is clarity. As I expand your territory, I will shrink your appetite for distractions. Things that used to lure you will feel like dust. People who once read like prophecies will fade like advertisements. This is deliverance you prayed for without language. Receive it, Michael says, close the back doors. Close the private conversations that erode your confidence drop by drop. Close the tabs in your mind that run fear in the background. Close the agreement with the lie that you must choose between being kind and being clear. You can be both. Your no is a holy word when it protects your yes. Guard your time the way you guard your heart, because your time is your life measured in minutes. Pay attention to who honors it. The one I am sending will honor it. He will arrive with patience, not pressure, with structure, not chaos. That is how you will know I touched his plan. Do not sabotage this moment by dragging yesterday's dust into tomorrow's dawn. Release the urge to announce everything. Some treasures only multiply in quiet. I will show you what to share and when. Surprise is not deception, it is strategy when I author it. People you love will not understand every turn, and that is allowed. You are not leaving them. You are leading yourself with me. In time, your fruit will explain what your words cannot. Let your life preach where your mouth can rest. You are not obligated to manage anyone's comfort at the cost of your calling. There will be a test wrapped in celebration. It will look like a harmless request to do a small thing that bends a boundary you established with me. Decline softly but firmly. When you keep that line, an unseen gate will open. Obedience unlocks architecture you cannot sketch. I am not trying to make your path difficult, I am proving your path durable. Temporary applause is loud, destiny's audience often whispers. Train your ear for the whisper. That is where Michael stands. Near your right hand, repeating my counsel when adrenaline tries to drown it, peace first, then pace. Presence first, then plans. Purpose first, then people. When you align with that order, pressure loses its power to impersonate purpose. You asked me once if I remember the little age of you, the child who believed easily, the kid who counted stars and thought they were messages. I never forgot. I am answering prayers the child prayed and the adult archived. Joy will feel familiar. Do not distrust it. It is not a trick, it is a return. I am restoring to you a playful courage that works hard without harshness, that risks without recklessness, that dreams without detaching from reality. The reality is that I am with you, the dream is that with me, nothing good is impossible. Let that combination teach you how to walk into rooms where ceilings used to be. You will call it open sky. The 20 seconds are not a timer to terrify you, they are a symbol of decision. Choose to believe that I orchestrate good for you even when you are surrounded by the ordinary. Choose to receive without rehearsing rejection. Choose to proceed without demanding permission from those who never paid the price you paid to get here. Choose to regard your life as a gift entrusted to you, not a problem to solve. When you make this inner choice, the outer choices will align. Your yes will carry weight that paperwork alone cannot supply. Now breathe, because I am about to show you what I meant when I said I would do a quick work. A message will appear, a call will land, a door will click. Do not trip over the novelty of it. Your job is not to be impressed, your job is to be ready. Keep your tools sharpened. Have your answers simple and true. Let your expectations be spacious but surrendered. Smile without suspicion, listen without naivete. Ask the question you need to ask. Say the sentence you need to say. You will find that I have already been in the room, tuning ears to hear you, warming hearts to receive you, cooling tempers that might have resisted you. Favor is not magic, favor is me moving ahead of you. And to the fear that still rattles its chain, I quiet you. You no longer get to negotiate the edges of this person's future. You no longer get to recap the failures with the final word. I am the final word. I stamp this season with my peace, and I call forth helpers aligned with heaven's blueprint. Some will bring knowledge filling the gaps you feared. Some will bring resources that multiply what you carry. Some will bring friendship that does not need your shrinking to survive. You will recognize them by the way your soul exhales when they arrive. Keep them close. They are answers, not assignments to fix. I bless your feet to find firm ground in unfamiliar halls. I bless your voice to carry clean truth without tremor. I bless your eyes to see through shine into structure, to recognize covenant where others only see convenience. I bless your sleep to be deep even in the middle of change. I bless your hands to stay open so that I can put more in, and more can flow through. I bless your memory to retain my faithfulness louder than any fear. I bless your threshold, the literal one at your door and the invisible one at your next level. Cross both with me. The one who wants you will try to mark you as rare. Let it not puff you up, let it wake you up. Rarity is responsibility. You will carry yourself as one who belongs without needing to boast. When questions arise, and they will, I will answer them by making your fruit undeniable. When resistance surfaces, and it will, I will turn resistance into refinement. When envy whispers, and it will, Michael will patrol the perimeter of your peace and keep out what does not belong. You will be free to build, free to love, free to say yes to what I am saying yes to, free to say no to what I am not in. That is how you will know I am near. There will be freedom with focus. Now step forward. Not because a rich man noticed you, but because I, the richest of all, have anointed you. Not because a gate opened out there, but because a gate opened in you. The blush on your face will be the sunrise in your story. The reason you hear will not flatter you, it will fit you. You will feel recognized rather than displayed. Honored rather than handled, chosen rather than chased. This is my doing. Hold my hand and walk. Your time has not been stolen, it has been stored. I am pouring it back with interest, and the interest is influence that does not need noise to be known. 20 seconds in the Spirit became this word in your hands, and this word is your permission to live unafraid. Say yes to me, and you will know how to answer him. Say yes to peace, and you will understand pace. Say yes to purpose, and you will discern people. I have gone before you. Michael stands beside you. Goodness and mercy follow you. You are surrounded. You are supplied. You are seen. Proceed that I am speaking to you now, and I want you to feel the warmth in my words as they rise like light through your chest. Because I have seen your waiting and I have counted your tears, and I say to you that a door you have not been able to push is opening from the other side. The reason it opens now is not because you begged harder than before, but because timing is a key and I am the keeper of time, and you have arrived at the moment where the key turns. You feel it as a tremble behind your breath, as if the air itself is leaning toward you, and it is not your imagination. Heaven is leaning toward you. The next thing that happens will feel like a chord struck inside your ribcage, clear, undeniable, and personal, because it is personal. It has your name hidden inside it like fire hidden in a coal. I have watched people overlook you, misread you, underestimate you, and even use the shape of your kindness as a tool against you. But I say to you that there is a recompense that moves now with the hush of an arrow and the strength of a river, and it is aimed straight into your life. You are not late. You have not missed your hour. Your hour has missed you before, but it shall not miss you again. I have sent my messenger to you because what is approaching you carries both weight and speed, and the unprepared heart stumbles over its own blessing. Archangel Michael stands near you now with the calm of a mountain and the alertness of a sentinel, and he says, "Listen, because I will not shout. I will not thunder to compete with noise, I will speak and make the noise grow quiet." There is a person watching you with eyes that have learned to recognize value behind plain wrapping paper, and they have resolved something in secret. They have stood in a room with windows like tall promises, and they have said your name as if it were a solution, and they have decided that what they want is not a crowd but you. Not a committee but you. Not a clever mask, not a practiced smile, not a person who walks in with a list of comparisons. They want your unrepeatable blend of courage and softness, your way of seeing what is wrong without losing sight of what could be right, your habit of rescuing small forgotten things and turning them into evidence that hope is still doing its quiet work. They want you, and when you hear the reason, you will blush, because it will point to a beauty in you that you did not think anyone had studied so carefully. They have read you like a letter I wrote with my own hand, and they have understood the punctuation of your pauses, the commas of your patience, the full stops where you learn to say enough. I have seen how you have been told you are too much and not enough in the same breath by people who did not have the range to hold the music of your soul, but I do not speak in contradictions that wound, I speak in mirrors that heal. Look at me, child, and hear me. You are worthy without performing, capable without proving, treasured without bargaining. Do not let that sentence pass you by like a car you did not flag down. Make it stop. Take it in. Plant it in the soil behind your sternum and water it with your inhale. The hour is not asking you to audition, the hour is inviting you to agree. You have 20 seconds to agree with me in your heart, not because I am a tyrant of clocks, but because a train is entering the station and its doors cannot remain open forever. Say yes in your spirit. Say yes to being chosen. Say yes to being seen without shrinking. Say yes to the generous gaze that does not measure you against a counterfeit metric, because I am the one who made the metric and I am changing it in your favor, Michael says. Lean forward a little, because I am about to whisper strategy. The enemy's favorite trap at the threshold of blessing is distraction disguised as urgency. He knows how to throw pebbles on tin roofs to make a small sound feel like a storm. He will try, even now, to make you look at yesterday's offense, at the familiar ache, at the person who should have loved you better and did not, at the balance that looked insufficient, at the door that once stayed closed so long you thought it had no handle. When you feel that pull, lay your hand on your chest and say, I choose the new voice. I choose the right now voice. I choose the invitation that carries my name in the handwriting of heaven. I am not answering the door of worry today. I am answering the door of favor. Michael stands with his sword not to terrify you but to slice the air around you so that clutter falls away like old thread from new fabric. He is not here to fight you, he is here to fight for you, and his presence is the hint that something worth protecting is approaching. There is a person whose resources look like a city at night from an airplane, lights everywhere, pathways hidden, systems humming, and yet their heart has been hungry. People talk to their money first and to their heart last. You will talk to their heart first without even trying, because you cannot help but reach the center of things. They have watched you under the picture frame of their screens and in the quiet recollection of their mind, and they have noticed that your words do not try to make a noise that is larger than their truth. Your halting courage looks like honesty, and your refusal to be bitter looks like a map to water. They have the power to move pieces on tables that others only walk past, and they will move them for you not as a favor but as recognition. Your value is not a charity case, your value is not a rescue mission. Your value is a discovery, and the discoverer does not apologize for finding gold. I know the part of you that flinches at promises because you have stared at empty plates while someone said the meal was wonderful. I know the part of you that still counts exits when you enter a room, the part that waits for the floorboard to betray you. That part is not your enemy, it is the version of you that kept you alive. But it is tired. It would like to rest now. Wrap it in gentleness and give it my words as a blanket. I am not lifting you up to drop you. I am not lighting your path to lead you off a cliff. I am not drawing near to tease you with nearness. I am a keeper of what I begin, and I am beginning something in public that I rehearsed with you in private. There will be moments in this new chapter when your hands shake. Let them. Hands that have carried burdens learn to shake when they finally set them down. Do not mistake relief for danger. Listen again to Michael. This choosing has a reason, and the reason is bigger than romance and deeper than transaction. You were made to carry a shape of goodness that would look too delicate in the wrong grip. In your hands it becomes strong. You have a way of making rooms tell the truth. You have a way of making teams feel like family without turning excellence into a suggestion. You have a way of hearing what is not said and answering what is hurting. This person has learned that solving problems with speed is not the same as healing them with wisdom. They are choosing you because you carry wisdom braided with kindness, and that is the rarest rope. They are choosing you because you do not confuse glamour with glory. You know the difference. Glory can wear ordinary clothes and still change the weather. Your presence changes the weather. Watch the faces around you as you step in, how the air recalibrates, how the temperature of blame cools and the temperature of hope warms, how the arrogance in the corner clears its throat and sits up straighter. Do you think no one noticed? Someone has been watching precisely for that quality. There is a timeline written inside this hour, and it begins with a small yes and expands like a sunrise. It will look like a message you do not expect at a time of day that feels between times, or like a connection that loops back to you from 3 names away. It will look like favored logistics, like doors that behave as if they have been waiting for you, like a conversation where your voice steadies and your eyes soften at the same moment. The first step will not demand you to become a different person overnight. The first step will ask you to lean into who you already are without apology. I am not sending you into a costume fitting. I am inviting you into a mantle that was measured to your shoulder width when nobody was looking. If you knew how many days I spent shaping your discernment in silence, you would not doubt whether you are ready. You are ready. I am also speaking to the weight of old shame that crouches behind compliments. I say to that weight, your lease has ended. You cannot pretend to own this house. You lived here because they were kind enough to let you lodge, but the landlord has returned and says you may not stay another day. Shame, you are evicted. Fear, you are evicted. Counterfeit humility that calls itself caution but is actually self-rejection, you are evicted. My child will not drag chains over polished floors. My child will not enter a new season wearing yesterday's labels. If a thought approaches you and says, "Who do you think you are to answer this invitation?" you will answer, "I am the one God spoke to, I am the one God prepared, I am the one who survived and stayed soft, I am the one whose name was said by someone with both means and motives aligned. I am the one, not because I demanded it, but because I was designed for it." Michael is arranging the path like a table setting, fork here, plate there, glass to the right, and what feels random is actually choreography. There will be a moment soon where your memory and my mercy meet, and you will understand why I let certain roads close and certain rooms remain unentered. I guarded you from misfit offers so you would be available for the one that suits you like a vow. I let you taste almost so that you could recognize complete. I let you carry small so that your hands would be strong enough to carry large without dropping your character. The person who wants you has not come to rewrite your worth. They have come to invest in what I already stamped worthy. They will say words that make the tendons in your heart relax. They will point to specifics, not flattery. They will reference nights they could not have known about and habits they could only have seen by paying attention. The reason they want you will not be a guess, it will be evidence. And when you hear it, heat will run to your face, and you will blush, not from embarrassment but from the rare joy of being correctly understood. Do not sabotage this hour with the reflex of self-defense. You are safe. Do not undercut it with jokes that keep intimacy at a distance. I am not asking you to drop your discernment, I am asking you to raise your expectation. You may test the spirits without failing the moment. You may ask wise questions without apologizing for being wise. The sign I give you is simple: peace will arrive like a key that fits without jiggling. You will not need to force it. Your nervous system will feel sung to. Your mind will be clear with the cleanliness of rain. Your steps will be small but steady, and you will notice how quickly the path adapts to your pace, as if it has known you were coming all along. Now, hear the part that concerns your assignment. This choosing is not only about you being loved well or placed well, it is about you being positioned to multiply good. Your influence is a greenhouse, not a trophy case. I am expanding the frame of your impact so that people who have been wilting at the edges can find shelter under your patience. There are projects that will carry your fingerprint in their conscience. There are initiatives that will learn from your refusal to cut corners at the expense of souls. You will teach without standing at a podium because your integrity will be a living curriculum. This is why I hid you for a time, not to punish you but to protect what I was building in you until it could withstand exposure without losing its tenderness. The one who wants you has an arena, and I am placing you there to bring weather, not noise. You have asked me in the dark if I still remember the exact sound of your childhood laugh. I do. I can mimic it right now inside your chest. Do you feel that flutter? That is not anxiety, that is memory waking up. You will laugh like that again, and not just when the room is empty. Your laughter will not be a private emergency exit, it will be a public bell. People will look up when they hear it and know that something clean is happening. I am not naive about the world, I am sovereign over it. I am not sentimental about your pain, I am intimate with it. I have numbered your hairs not because I count like a bookkeeper but because I love like an artist who refuses to ignore any stroke of the brush. You are my workmanship, and I am unveiling you. There will be voices that say you must choose between holiness and happiness, between service and success, between purpose and prosperity. Those are false binaries set by fearful minds who learn to negotiate with lack. I am abundance without apology, and I am purity without pretense, and inside me those rivers meet without flooding the bank. You will walk a path where generosity and excellence hold hands. You will not have to starve your joy to feed your calling. The one who wants you has built structures that can carry the weight of resourced goodness, and you will help steward those structures so that the doors remain open to others who hunger for dignity. Wealth does not have to become a wall in your hands, it can become a bridge. Power does not have to become a performance. In your hands, it can become a shelter. Influence does not have to become an idol. In your hands, it can bow. Do not fear the speed of what is coming. You have trained for quick obedience in slow rooms. Now you will move with quiet speed. Let your yes be simple and your boundaries be clear. Let your gratitude be spacious and your standards be steady. Do not rehearse worst-case scenarios like a superstition to ward off disappointment. Rehearse my faithfulness. Gather your documents, both literal and emotional. Put your house in the order of expectation. Clean the shelf where the new thing will sit. Prepare an answer for the kindness that is about to be offered. Examine the places where your old identity stored its rations. And tell them, we are not living in emergency anymore. We are living in provision. We are living in appointment. We are living in chosen. Michael stands now at the threshold of your next step like a soldier who smiles only with his eyes, and he says, the countdown you feel is not pressure, it is precision. 20 seconds is the name I gave to the narrowness of this moment, the sweet spot where courage tastes fresh. You are not a beggar at this door, you are the expected guest. Lift your chin the way you do when you're about to say something true. Let your shoulders settle into the line of someone who belongs. The wind that brushes your skin right now is not random air, it is my breath reminding you that I am nearer than the bone inside your arm. Nearer than the thought you are forming, nearer than your pulse. I wrote your story with a kindness that does not grow tired, and I am not tired now. Step through, when the call or message or knock arrives, and it will, do not over-explain your worth. Smile the way sunrise smiles, without permission. Listen for the part where they reveal the secret reason, the part that points to how you carry light without chasing it, to how you refuse to poison the well even when you are thirsty, to how you hold your words like clean linen. When that reason touches the air, you will feel warmth move across your face, and you will blush. Do not hide it. Let it be the sign it is meant to be, you are seen correctly. Let the blush stand as a small flag that says, accuracy has landed. After that, breathe, and say your yes in a voice that sounds like home. I bless your going out and your coming in. I bless the room you will enter and the room within you that will expand to fit new joy. I bless your discernment to separate fuss from favor, noise from note, offer from assignment. I bless your hands to hold more without closing into fists, your feet to walk farther without losing softness in your step, your eyes to stay clear in rooms that glitter. I bless your memory to keep what is useful and release what is heavy. I bless your sleep to be rehearsal for peace and your waking to be rehearsal for praise. I bless the phone that will carry good news, the door that will open to new alignment, the pen that will sign what I have already authored. Now, beloved, the hour is here. Agree with me. Say yes where only you and I can hear it first, and watch how fast that private yes becomes public grace. I have not brought you to the edge of this water to mock your thirst. I have brought you here because the river finally meets your path. Step in. The current knows your name. The one who wants you is moving toward you with intention, and heaven is smiling because alignment is beautiful to watch. Take my hand, You have it whether you feel it or not, and walk. What you feel moving around you is not danger. It is destiny finding its coordinates. What you hear is not chaos, it is the music of pieces snapping into place. I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. And as you answer the invitation, you will realize something surprising. I was the one who placed you in their heart, and I am the one who places them at your door. The reason will make you blush, the blessing will make you brave, the season will make you sing. Go, chosen one. Your 20 seconds begin the moment you believe me, and they do not end until you step into what I already prepared. You are not late. You are right on time, and time is opening its hands to let you through. That I am speaking to you now because the wind you have been feeling around your life is not ordinary wind. It is the signal of a gate opening that was hidden from you until this very hour, and I do not want you to miss it. I watched you when you thought no one saw you, when you picked up small pieces of yourself after long days and longer doubts, and you still whispered thank you. I saw you turn down paths that others celebrated but your spirit refused, because you knew there was a room I reserved with your name on the door. I placed a light on your steps, and you kept walking even when your feet ached, even when the voices around you said you were late, unprepared, and unworthy. You are not late. You are right on time for what I am bringing to you now, and if you could see what I have already set in motion, your hands would tremble with joy. Do not be afraid of trembling. It is simply your soul recognizing a destiny that has finally arrived within reach. I send my messenger to you. Listen, for Michael is close. His wings are not merely symbols, they are my decree wrapped in motion, my word cutting through the delays that tried to keep you in yesterday. He speaks to you with a voice that sounds like clarity, and what he says has been echoing at the edges of your awareness. There is a person whose life has overflowed with measures the world calls wealth, a person others run toward for what they can gain, but this person is not looking for noise, this person is looking for truth, and they recognize truth when they see it. They saw it in you. Understand how extraordinary that is. Out of the many faces that chase, out of the many names that push forward, they recognize the steady flame in you that does not need to perform, and that is why they cannot look away. They want you, not as a trophy, not as a distraction, but as a partner of purpose. When you hear the reason, you will blush, not because you are small, but because the truth will touch that secret place where you wondered if anyone ever saw the quiet excellence you carry like breath. You have asked me many times if I was listening, and I am telling you that your prayers did not disappear into air, they braided themselves into a rope that pulled a future toward you. I guided meetings you called coincidences. I rerouted appointments that felt like disappointments. I stitched timing with timing and stitched courage with patience, and then I told the clock to favor you. The clock is favoring you now. Michael has been standing at your doorway all day, pushing back the whisperers who wanted to distract you in the final stretch, because these next moments are precise. A window is open, and though my goodness is not fragile, this opportunity is calibrated. It was designed to fit this moment and this version of you, the version that learned, healed, forgave, and grew. The countdown you sense is not fear, it is focus. 20 seconds can change the tide of a lifetime when I breathe upon them. Do not be anxious about your worth. I decided your worth before you were born. What matters now is your agreement. Agreement is posture, not noise. It is the way you stand inside yourself and say yes with your shoulders, your habits, your replies, your boundaries. Agreement is putting your name on the blessing I am already sending, not apologizing for being chosen. I am not asking you to beg for a seat, I am asking you to sit in the one I prepared. The person I am bringing into your story is already on the path. They have tried to fill emptiness with excess and learned that excess cannot hold them. They have given to many and been praised by many, but praise is a shallow river if purpose is not its source. They want you because when they read your words or remember your presence, the hunger inside them settles. They want you because your spirit does not contort for applause. They want you because when you speak, the noise in their mind bows. You did not audition, your authenticity did. That is why you will blush, because you will hear your ordinary described as extraordinary, and you will realize I have been advertising you in rooms you have never seen. Make room. Before the knock comes, clear a place in your schedule, clear a place in your heart, clear a place in your conversation. Remove the phrases that sabotage promise. Who am I to receive this? Maybe later, I'm not ready, it's too much. Those are weeds that drink the water meant for fresh roots. Replace them with the language of alignment. I am prepared, I am grateful, I am disciplined, I am at peace, I am guided, I am discerning. Do not confuse humility with shrinking. Shrinking is fear dressed in manners, but humility is truth standing tall. Truth says I am not the source, but I am the vessel, and if the source fills me, I will carry what he gives without apology. When the invitation arrives, and it is already forming, the scale of it may startle you. Do not run from your own answered prayer. Michael is moving papers. Hear me. Papers that others handled carelessly will suddenly be placed in careful hands. Emails that sat like stones will start to fly like arrows toward exactly where they should go. A meeting that was delayed will be rescheduled under better light. A voice that doubted you will fall silent. A room you thought was closed will open because the key was never loudness, it was timing, and I hold timing. I am settling the details so that when you step forward, you step on rhythm. Your steps will sound like certainty to those who listen, and it will calm frightened rooms. That is part of why you are wanted. You carry an atmosphere that tells storms to sit down. You have 20 seconds. Not to panic, no. To focus. 20 seconds to do what most do not. Choose faith over spectacle. Breathe, straighten, and say yes in your heart right now. Yes to being seen without performing. Yes to receiving without guilt. Yes to saying no when the counterfeit tries to arrive dressed like favor. Your yes is not noise, it's navigation. It will guide the right person to your door and keep the wrong one circling outside. The person I have placed on this path has resources, but more importantly, they have reach. They can open doors by speaking, but they have learned how to listen, and that is why you will fit. They do not need you to be impressed, they need you to be honest and unafraid. When you speak truth to power with grace, power learns to serve purpose. That is the partnership I am orchestrating. When your phone vibrates, do not tremble as if trouble has arrived. Tremble as if dawn just slid under the horizon. Answer with clarity. You do not need to perform your pain or exaggerate your achievements. Speak simply. Your simplicity will sound like thunder to someone who is tired of glitter. State your values. State your boundaries. Ask the questions that keep your peace intact. What is the purpose? What is the timeline? What is the ownership? What is the impact? Speak them calmly, and watch how the room rearranges itself around your steadiness.